have to constantly be professional, stay with it.
To je naživo?
Of course, you know, we're just watching.
Bože, zanesem toto a opláchnem si ruky, že dobre, chvíľočku. Nie, tie filmy budeme kúkať na Twitchi, cháni, normálne to budete všetko vidieť. To je zraz live?
They've got to keep everybody safe.
Isto,
This is a daunting task, and I could venture to say it's probably getting a little bit, it's going to wear on them. They're going to start getting exhausted down there. You know, he's not just driving, he's probably making radio calls as he's driving. He's keeping, you know, scanning, making sure that there are no pedestrians in the way, looking for opportunities clearly as well. And, you know, opportunity to pit. I don't think they can. They probably have been told not to. That's going to be my guess because they have not
už majú, to bolo rýchle, ty kokot. Som to ani nevidel.
Just double checking right there. Yeah, I thought so.
Nás sa ma nechytili nikdy, ti hovorím.
Trailing behind this the entire time as well. I'm sure everybody involved, all those
to je americký národný šport. Jak často to býva toto?
Already. And you know, Roxia, you did hit on a very right thing. This guy, he probably knows he is just going to wind up in cuffs and going back to jail. And, you know, so every moment he's free, every moment, you know, he's driving that truck and not in cuffs, he's looking at it like, hey, I'm winning right now.
Pritom stojí iba ako kot.
You know, this whole, like, stopping again, and I know you're going to ask, so let's take a look around while he stays, you know, while he stopped. I don't see anybody down there. I really don't. I kind of wonder who he's making these signs to. Well, maybe it's this guy, you know? But
I feel like, you know, there's obviously something off here, whether it's substance or some kind of mental health.
Hodinu naháňali?
None of it is
ešte to pokračuje, však ho nemajú. Nechám tých policajtov, ale však akože mu neprestreli gumy alebo čosi.
Yeah, I would venture to say this person probably has the window down. Let's see if we can see. I can't see anything in the rearview mirror. You know, what was that? Did he? Uh-oh. Maybe he's giving a. Maybe.
Ty to sleduješ na YouTube? Jak dlho to počúvaj?
Why did you just pull over, buddy?
Prečo ako idú potom policajti, že kto to sleduje niekedy to naháňačky? Aha, už ide. Ty kokot.
His speed just picked up.
Yeah, clearly it was not the advice.
Čiže možno spraviť nejakú pakárnu, že sa vyjebe, alebo čo si, že? To bude live vidieť. Dáme stávky, že či sa vyjebe. Dám predikcie. Vyjebe sa. Máte minútu.
Even if they have insurance, which I'm sure they do. Here you go. This is the maybe he has a little bit of no, he doesn't. These guys clearly not interacting with him, but he's definitely trying to interact with them. Welcome to my world, buddy. Welcome to my world.
Can we get any tighter on him, or is this?
Sure.
I'm just trying.
500 000 na to, že sa nevyjebe?
I know it's harder when he's.
Vy chápete, že nemá čo stratiť ten kokot a bude proste utekať, ako radšej sa zabije, ako bude do basy?
Actually, is stopping is stop and start is what's making it difficult. It's not the movement.
Maybe when he stops, we can go hard.
Necháme prečo akože neobkúčia.
It's the swerving that gets me. There we go. Here we go again. So.
No, ale berte tak, že v Prahe by neušiel. V Prahe je takých 60 miliónov viac aut, jak tu.
They definitely know this is going on. I am sure they've all been advised not to get involved. Hey, I'm going to ask Dylan here. Dylan,
nemají to povolené. Ohrozuje ľudí do piči, nie. Niečo sa dopustil. Mali by ho zebrať hneď.
Okay. Yeah, so basically what's going on, I just got an intense briefing from Dylan, quick and appropriate, like it should be. He basically said that the Ontario ship that's has been over it with us this entire time, basically has another 20 minutes of fuel left, and he's going to stay here with it for those 20 minutes of fuel, and then hand it off to LAPD, which is, they are here, but not involved in the actual pursuit as of yet. So as soon as he's got to go for fuel, they will the handoff will be done and they will take it over. But getting a little bit more agitated, a little bit more aggressive in that drive. But you know, as far as him stopping, haven't seen that.
My ideme na to určenie dnes. Koľko má spotrebu 50 litrov na 100, jede mu to maximálnych kilo a snaží sa podľa tomu vrtuľníku. Ako tieto traky musia mať spotrebu jak koko, že?
Continuing to going on the wrong side of the road there, isn't he? Yeah, no, he's not. He was okay, but anyway, there we go. He's coming back out, and yeah, at least he's slowing down every time he sees a vehicle and every time he comes to a red light. That's the only positive. But he did run that stop sign, solid.
It was a California roll.
So.
To je žalúz, no. Utíkáš 8 policajným autám a zastavíš na červenú.
They don't approve. They do not approve. On this one, that's something else, Roxy. People ask that all the time. It's like, is he going to get charged with every traffic infraction?
The answer is yes.
No, I heard that that it's just the big one.
Really?
It's just the big one. It's just
they noted every single violation.
They might note every one of them, but as far as him getting prosecuted by everyone, that I doubt it. I think it's just going to be straight out.
Hej, vieme, čo budeme kúpať. Za 20 minút začína nejaká konferencia s hrami, to môžeme pozrieť a okolo polnoci, pol jednej max pojeme na Twitch na horor kúkať.
Or obstructing justice, or whatever one that holds more weight. But as far as this guy goes, who knows? Got some other guys out there kind of keeping an eye on what's going on.
Hliníková lopata, ako zachytili sa
the streets are down there. This is what I'm talking about. And yeah. And these people are trying to get out of the way. Like they hear the lights and sirens.
Dneska breakfast asi nebude, chalani. Nestíhame.
Well, and also, this is
teraz kúdame breakfast, ale live.
Mention how the location influences the decisions that officers make.
Horor aký? Chá nemusí vedieť všetko, dobre? Nebude zvedavý, budete skoro starý.
Even if they had the okay to pit, they would not do it right
there. Viem, o čom hovorím, ja som zvedavý
And
ako
as far as me wondering about him taunting law enforcement, he's definitely taunting law enforcement. You saw him just stop right there in front of that CHP vehicle. And so that's definitely him basically saying, nah, you can't get me. But ultimately, he's got to know that he's going to get got, and hopefully it's
Olin, ty by si utekal na tej tvojej na tom abarte maličkom, ženskom tvojom.
To him or anybody else that might be involved.
You mentioned that earlier, this individual likely taking their time because they know in the end he's going to end up back in jail or end up in jail, right?
Tam by nestiala ani tá tvoja žehlička, tebe jebe.
Also, these are
už by ma nemali. Hlavne by ma ani nevideli. Totálne nenápadne by som tam bol.
Yep. Definitely makes them more dangerous. And just having that mindset makes it very dangerous. And these are the things that law enforcement deals with all of the time. They realize that these are the people that they come across probably more so than you and I. And they have to realize that that's kind of their mindset.
Proste lokec z okna a ide si, dívaj sa.
While you and I would be like devastated. But at any rate, this is one of those ones. That truck is the problem. That big truck, that heavy vehicle, and him continuing to drive it around, even though he's seemingly slow. Still very erratic, still could become something very dangerous.
Neviem, čo spravil presne, čo sa dopustil.
This is the thing, over these so often, and they're easy, it's low-hanging fruit sometimes to poke fun at them. But
tá helikoptéra má kvalitu webky, jak ja do piči.
Tragic in a blink of an eye. And you just don't want that to happen, and luckily, this hasn't, and
carjacking suspect.
But the vehicle hasn't stopped yet. And every time we get close to other cars, every time we come up to an intersection, every time we pull up to somebody,
dokedy hrajú Obsession v kine, čo neviete?
You just don't know. Maybe somebody's going to say something that really upsets that guy. And
lebo podľa mňa sa to už dlho hrajú do piči, podľa mňa to už tam nebude ďalší týždeň.
And that's what we always worry about when we watch these.
Was that
things.
a red
I think
light?
that's one of the reasons why a lot of that might have been.
Yeah.
That might have been. go. This one, clearly a red light as that guy's slamming on the brakes.
See? Good thing that person stopped.
Yep.
See, those other
Do stredy. Myslíš, že štvrtok to, že akože štvrtok sa bude meniť zoznam, tak už tam nebude? Maybe it's because of the job I have and the pursuits we cover, but I always give it a Chápeš, že oni ho budú kľudne hodinu sledovať? Tak nech robia, čo chcú, čo majú po nich. Ja som len vzhliadač.
Yep. And you and I both probably. I mean, I drive early morning to get to
work. Kto to robí v kine? Kto to robí z vás v kine?
You know, there's pretty much nobody on the roads, and I take a lot of streets before I get to the freeway. And I got to tell you, I always, even if it's green, you always slow down. You're always kind of looking. You're always making sure. I'm looking more for animals than people, but you just got to wonder. Somebody might be, you know, speeding through, running a red light, and I don't want to be the one to find out that it's his bad day. So making my day a bad day too. Yeah, but as far as
Dave, ja sme spravili stav, keď ti spraví nejakú pakárnu, či sa rozjebe alebo nie. Takže možno zaspí za volantom alebo čosi. V Bratislave to dávajú do stredy. To je piči tým pádom.
Okay, back on the...
Yep. Eastbound 10? Oh, come on. You can't tell me he's going back to Fontana. We don't have fuel for Fontana.
And Fontana is where this all began.
Veď to dávajú od 28.5.
So, let's see where he goes.
Ja si myslím, že to mohlo tam byť ešte po
ďalší víkend. Oh, I know this on-ramp. He's got the choice of the 60 over here, too. Yeah, so, keeping on with the keeping on, but now
let's get back
onto the freeway. He rolled up
the
window. That's something new.
Well, it's also harder to
Helmery by sa mal pozrieť konečne. To si pozriem ale off-stream.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see which one he picks right here.
Cyber musí byť oproti tomuto bielému pick-upu oveľa kratší. Neviem, koľko má to auto, tak Cyber má 5,7 či koľko metra.
Looks like we are going to be... No, I think he's going to get back off the freeway. I'm saying that because I'm hoping he gets back on the freeway.
He's off,
no, he's getting back off the freeway. There we go.
See, there's just no rhyme or reason.
Rhyme to reason.
Right.
Yeah, definitely not.
But so much
to má tak 6-7, nemôže to mať 7 metrov, ty blázen. To bude rovnako veľké, približne možno o trošku väčšie toto.
Is it just to keep following along until he runs out of gas, or he himself decides to give up? No attempts have been made thus far.
Yes.
To je halúza, keď sú kľudní policajti k nemu, chápeš to? Aj keď stála, tak nevystúpili z auta nič, proste, že držia sa všetko, čo majú spraviť.
The plan. I really truly believe it, and I don't mean it in any kind of, put down. That is
v poslednej dobe každý hráč, čo som tu, tak sa nehrá. Kúka sa niečo. Vieš čo, percentuálne keď tak zoberieš, tak 12 rokov som nezmenil štýl streamu ani o percento. Hrám CS-ko, kúkam videá, žerem, potom znovu hrám. Nič sa nezmenilo. Chodí zase zlé časy. Alebo si z nejakej inej alternatívnej reality, kde to funguje ináč na tomto streame. Mohli by mi na tabak, či nedám jeden? A hlavne dneska mi vyhrali 3 CS-ka, ty kokoduš. Čo ti jebe? 3 hry bez cheaterov.
Maybe none of those officers down there are PIT approved. But you'd think by this time that they would have been able to get somebody that is PIT approved into
bude Minecraft, len dneska som chcel hrať s tokenom, ale bude to až zajtra. Pôjdeme VR hry, pôjdeme Call of Duty, Fortnite, PUBG a Battlefieldy, vyhrať v každej za jeden stream.
That's the Sears Soto building. Yep, it is. And making our way through Boyle Heights again, I would venture to say. Central City is what they're calling it. But yeah, we're just south of Boyle Heights, cutting across, wrong side of the road, making a slow decision, but it looks like we're going to be turning up and heading over towards the Boyle Heights area. Again, you got to wonder. I would venture to say that officer that's in that lead vehicle with the K9, he's probably chomping at the bit and wondering why, he can't do that pit maneuver.
Podľa mňa najťažšia výhra bude podľa mňa vo Warzone.
This has all been, let's see where this goes. Look at the kids down there. going by a school.
Right.
Everybody's running to
They're running to see what the
pursuit.
commotion is. Stu, how much fuel do you have up in Skyfox?
Oh, don't tell me that, Dylan. We have roughly, I'm going to say maybe.
Neviem, ako mu štýle teraz Apex.
Here we go. See, they listen to us.
Ty kokot! Čiže toto je pakárna, je to najebanie, nie?
They listen to us. They are totally listening to us. Look at that. Look at that. Oh,
wow.
That was like a ballet. That was so
To je body na áno, kamaráde. Aha, dívaj sa, uteká.
No.
800 000 bodov bolo na to, že nenajebe, a dívaj sa.
Okay, all right, here we go. I was so proud of him.
Však ho jebli, ty kokot, že to najebal ten policajt, tebe jebe. To bola pakárna.
See what happens now. Now that we've seen it,
right.
The suspect, cat's out of the bag, you know.
Niekto prišiel o 800 000 bodov. Ešte som to nerozdal, ale asi to rozdám, chlapci. Ale čakám, lebo on sa možno teraz nasral, že ty kokot, idú po mne a teraz bude letieť.
Let's see where he goes. You know, are they going to do it again? Most likely. It's just where can. Yeah, it has to be this, that. Yeah, it has to be. Everything's got to be clear. They got to be in, and nobody else around, and a certain speed. But boy, that Tahoe, yeah, he's got some damage now. But CHP, they're my heroes. They really are. But anyway, so back on the bridge, probably not going to do it here.
Yeah.
But boy, what a great job that was. That was really, really sweet.
To je naživo, hej. Live naháňačka.
Damage to the truck. There's the California Highway Patrol helicopter. Oh, was that Ontario? That was still Ontario. That was Ontario PD.
On sa nevyjebal. Najebali do neho, to znamená, že to bola pakárna, chápeš?
Oh, we'll probably have another 15 to 20 on station before we have to peel off to go and get some of that Jet A. And believe me when I tell you, even though this is, I'm invested. I'm definitely invested now, especially with that maneuver. I want to see this come to an end probably as much as the law enforcement does. They're keeping their distance again. They're waiting for that right moment.
Ešte sme tam nevideli žiadny cyber.
It has to really be no other vehicles around.
Má to 6,7 do 7,2 metra dĺžku, čo ti jebe.
There's a lot of things have to happen to make that happen. Going underneath the 10. And as far as
Barney, mal by si žiadať od štátu, nech ti kúpia Cybertruck, že sa cítiš v ohrození, že ľudia po tebe budú strieľať, keďže si na vozíčku a že by si potreboval že sa cítiš v bezpečí, nech ti dajú peniaze na Cyber. V septembri a v oktobri jeden bude voľný na predaj, keby chceš. Neviem, či by to prešlo, ak treba skúsiť.
Trying to see the damage on that cruiser, can't really make it out.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a pretty good push bar.
Inak Míšo, ty šiltovky, zasa si posielal? Pošiel. Písal mi chalanisko, že už prišla, že mi ďakuje. Tebe ešte nedošla? Boli doslané pred 2 týždňami asi. Možno prijal lístoček, že je neprevzaná. Ale keď tak mi vám správu, ja to pošlem Segre a ona keby pozrie tá zasielka. Tak mi, bapni mi správu, nech jej to prepošlem. Hej, tam kde si mi dával adresu? Neviem, či si ty z Instagramu, alebo z Twitteru, alebo z čoho. Fížeri to, ďakujem. Aha, kaký ty skurvenec. Kde si bol teraz, ty kokot? Pamätáte sa na toho retarda skurveného? Že som išiel na kľúčenku, čo má pologramu, 6 či 7 eur poštovné, ty kokot do skurvených Čiech a ten retard to neprevzal a vrátila sa mi späť a čo mi kto posiela. A potom tak kúkam odosielateľ ja. Ty si retard. Za 100 eur si kúpil kľúčenku odo mňa a on ju neprevzal a prišla mi späť. Ty opica. A mňa sa to tu neukázal na streame. Tečku si mi napsal, OK.
Who's that?
I'm gonna make it on the. That's just somebody with a cell phone
Mu vedľa ladničky tú kľúčenku. Retard. Hej, nič neprišlo, ty retard. Však on to na streame otváral, ty kokot, z obálky.
Yeah, not smart at all. And as far as California Highway Patrol goes, they probably are just like they got bigger fish to fry right now.
Hej, nič neprišlo, ty retard.
Yeah, not what they want to see. And it just continues on.
Ja čekám, že ho zrujnujú ako vadu.
Yep. More of the same.
Jittery, right.
Yep. Simon Desk also asking me what our fuel situation is.
You said 15-20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a solid 15 now.
Ale budem mať dobré trička. Či je trička, čo teraz nosím, či bavlnené, či je dvojfarebné, viete? Tak. Neviem, koľko kusov som mal spraviť. Dal som na cene 300 kusov. Lebo neviem, koľko z vás cvičíte, a to tak väčšinou, že do fitka tričku, alebo tak. Tak budú.
Well, the truck's seems to have plenty of fuel. And as far as the pit goes on the freeway,
Bodam Sager som nevšimol, kurva.
Do we see that? I don't
seen it one
time.
time.
I don't think I've seen that ever on the freeway.
I actually saw that one time, and it was crazy.
Xbox Game Show, podreme.
But at any rate, now they've swapped it out. You've got a straight-out cruiser. You don't have the big SUV anymore. Lights and sirens for sure. At least everybody down there knows. And that one is definitely going to. Which one is that? Oh, that's the Ontario police ship. They're about to leave. That's what I've been told. They're on
Kedy
their
budú?
way
Tak
out.
za 2 týždne cca.
There is our pursuit right there. So that's the Ontario ship that's been
Nie, tam je dlhý rukáv, to nebude krátky. Ale je to tenučké. Na večer vyhrnúť rukáby. Pohodička, jedne zima stiahneš.
Heads up was from our assignment desk. And then, but then that helicopter is how we actually found it. But again, moving pretty slow down there. The cruiser probably not going to be doing a pit maneuver. And it looks like we're transitioning.
Funkčné, ja ten materiál nenosím, lebo to je otrastý kokot na tele.
Or the 60.
Tie umeliny prašivé, skurvené.
But when we're off the freeway, you're saying that cruiser wouldn't attempt a pit maneuver?
Maybe. I think the SUV would be better at it just because of the the size and the traction. But those cruisers are more than capable. Trust me. And with that big push bar, they're safe. Oh, made a little bit of a. You must have heard us talking about the 5. We changed his mind right there. Now we're on the 5.
Okay.
So.
Kamaráde.
And in a lot of traffic.
Môžu ho spacifikovať, nech to vidíme live na streame. Nevyzývaj Billa, kdyby si prodával vlastný tabak. Chcel som, ale povedzme, že dizajnér to vzdal.
Carjacking in Fontana, that's where it all started. And a lot of freeway driving, but then again we did a lot of urban driving.
Počkaj, my po requeste, ja by som presne vedel, jak do neho treba čuknúť. Tak povedz sa na tá trička. Ako keby by sa predať 1000 kusov, tak by to bolo lacnejšie, vieš, že 13-14 eur. Ale keď bude kusov iba, že 300, dajme tomu, tak ja dúfam, že tak 17-18 do 20 sa vlezem s grafikou, so všetkým. Dobre, do 20. 17-18 by bolo ideálka, podľa mňa.
Predictable. That's what law enforcement wants you to do. Something that is predictable. It's got a big open area right there. But probably not. And again, these guys, law enforcement, they are trained. They are looking for.
Davik. Fakt si myslíš, že ja pôjdem kúpiť 1000 tričiek, vieš o tom, že na tričkách mám buď bez profitu, alebo že Euromax, takže dajme tomu, že keď dobre, to kúpim za 16 eur alebo 15 bez DPH, 15,50. Takže 15 000 eur na to vyjebem a ostane mi 700 tričiek na sklade? Ty si retard? Zas čo, kradnem ty kokot?
Do you see if the traffic has been stopped at all? Ongoing traffic?
As far as law enforcement? Yes. No.
Podľa mňa nie.
There's a little bit of a traffic break behind them, so these officers are going to basically just kind of drive the speed. I mean, they're following behind, so it's like a rolling roadblock, but that driver has
Ešte neviem presnú grafiku, čo tam dáme.
catch up to the
Nejaký
pack.
nápisíček, niečo vymyslíme s
And
Erikom.
that's what seems like happening again right now. Is like they're catching up to these. He's speeding up a
Nič si že ukradol,
little
iba
bit,
bicykel.
getting back up into traffic. Everybody's trying to get out of the way. But yeah, it's like this is so frustrating. So frustrating. Now it's getting frustrating for me knowing that the clock is running. And like I said, you know, I'm invested. I want to see this thing come to an end. Just
Iba
like
prerazil
everybody else.
čísla výrobné.
You know, California Highway Patrol, they're paid to bring this thing to an end
Proč by ti zůstalo
safely,
7 triček, však se vše
right now,
vyprodalo? Lebo toto sú do fitka, chápeš? Toto sú do fitka trička, to nie je len tak na nosenie. Ako ja to nosím aj normálne, aj v tom streamu, aj v tom streamu, mne to je jedno, ale toto je proste na cvičenie tričko. A čepím, to nie je divočácké, že sa ich predalo 5000 do píši za deň. Farby budú všetky, ktoré som vám ukázal na streame. Bielo-čierne, bielo-navy, bielo-červené, bielo-modré.
Well, speaking of coverage, I do want to give people a heads up because it's 2 o'clock. We'll be doing
Erik má koľko rokov? Hrozne zostarol.
That's what
On je 2 roky starší odo mňa. Erik.
Online. So that's what is happening shortly.
Neviem, koľko má, či má 37 alebo koľko.
Right, and I think our PM
ale Kajco má 46 a vypadá akože mladší jak Erik. Erik proste, ale on berie ten život hrozne. Dneska som s ním bol aj cvičiť, aj sa najesť, a on bol celý čas proste v píči, nervózny, ty kokot. Žena ho bombardovala, že musí proste ísť ich odviezť niekam a neviem čo, on bol v píči celý čas. V nervoch. Posledné, čo boli si koľko predal? Čo boli posledné? Posledné boli na výročie? 11, či bolo ešte niečo potom? Tých sa mohlo predať pár tisíc, neviem.
I could not move my hands that much that long. Should have been a pianist or something. Anyways.
So Stu,
Tie sú dosť dobré, ne? Ale to sú to hrubé trička, vieš. Už ho raz jebli z boku. Proč presne deláš trička do fitka pro gaming komunitu, ktorá sedí za PC? Možno kvôli tričku začnú cvičiť, že budú vypadať cool.
Alright, so here we are, streaming, continuing.
Oh!
Our coverage. Don't say goodbye to me. We're just
Si mi skôr je trojku, ale som vedel, jak to dopadne, chápeš?
We're still together.
Cool.
Nebolo.
I'm getting a little bit. Yes. I'm getting information that the other helicopter is locked and loaded and ready to go, and they're just waiting for the person in the back seat. And then they will be on their way to join us. And you are going to get to see what happens, but I am going to have to watch on the internet. I'm going to be a viewer just like everybody else. And also,
link na tú game show, kde to je?
if we can get a nod to our friends and